Las Vegas has been absolutely boiling over these past few hours. There's this internal report that just dropped, and it completely shook up the locker room. The head coach came out with some comments that caught everyone off guard. The defense got hit with a wake-up call that nobody saw coming, and get this, one of our top offensive players is back in the trade rumors, and apparently 4 different teams are throwing offers around. What's Spytech cooking up behind closed doors? What's up, Raiders Nation? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Raiders. Let's start off with what every Raiders fan has been waiting to hear. Finally, an injury report that doesn't make us all lose our minds. The latest update brought some seriously good news, and honestly, it's about time we caught a break here. Coming off the bye week, the team's getting ready to face Jacksonville, and expectations are pretty high right now. Thursday's report had 7 players listed, but 3 of them were full participants in practice. Brock Bowers, Jakobi Meyers, and Aidan O'Connell. That's huge for the offense. But the concern is really on the defensive side. Maxx Crosby, Adam Butler, Lonnie Johnson Jr., and Isaiah Pola-Mao, they were all limited. But you know what? The locker room mood feels pretty optimistic right now. Pete Carroll himself came out and said the team's really looking forward to playing in front of our fans and setting the place on fire again. You can actually feel the group's hunger to turn Allegiant back into that fortress, that cauldron atmosphere. And when you talk about Bowers, you're talking about a true difference maker here. Sure, it's nerve-wracking seeing Maxx Crosby limited. Everyone's holding their breath on that one. The guy is literally the motor of this defense. But inside sources are saying he's expected to play, maybe with limited snaps, but he'll be out there. And come on, if there's anyone who'd play through pain, it's him. This isn't just an injury update. It's a sign that the team still believes. And when the locker room believes, Raider Nation follows right behind them. Stick around, because what Coach Chip Kelly said next about this newly healthy offense might fire you up or raise some eyebrows. Chip Kelly didn't hold back when he was asked about the Raiders' offense finally getting healthy again. The head coach kind of downplayed the hype a little bit, but his tone said everything. Something feels different now. After weeks of key absences, the Las Vegas offense is almost fully loaded again. And let's be real here, that changes everything. Kelly admitted he's keeping his excitement in check until everyone's actually on the field. He even brought up this story about losing a player in warm-ups once back in San Francisco, so he only believes it when he sees them standing next to him at kickoff. Still, though, you could hear the spark in his voice when he was talking about Bowers and Meyers. And here's the most revealing part. He hinted that the game plan's already being reworked to fit their return. Kelly also explained that you can't just throw Bowers in there for 75 snaps right away. There's this whole ramp-up process that's guided by the sports science team to make sure he doesn't re-injure himself. That shows growth, right? The team's actually learning from past mistakes. All that improvisation hurt them in previous weeks. You know what really stood out to me was Kelly's human touch in all this. He said the hardest part of rehab is when a player's mind feels ready, but the body isn't there yet. And right now, Bowers' mind and body are finally cooperating. That line really hit home. It shows how badly this kid wants to play and how much trust the staff actually has in him. In practice, this could completely unlock the offense. Having Bowers and Meyers back gives Geno more options, less predictability, and way less pressure on those critical downs. If it all clicks together, Vegas can finally move out of survival mode and start actually controlling games. But while the offense seems to be waking up, the defense has its own mountain to climb here. And Patrick Graham's take on it was really fascinating. Patrick Graham stepped up to the mic in full analytical mode, and he didn't sugarcoat anything. Facing Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars is going to take total focus. He explained that Lawrence is getting the ball out faster than ever, with sharper reads and way better footwork. It's impressive how he escapes and still finds those deep targets, Graham said. He clearly respects this kid's growth. And honestly, he's absolutely right. Lawrence is the kind of quarterback who can torch any defense that hesitates for even a second. But things got more interesting when Graham started talking about Travis Etienne. And it wasn't about stats or awards. He focused on the player's attitude, his willingness to block and do the dirty work. He mentioned seeing Etienne on tape nearly pancake a defender and said that tells him everything about the guy's mentality. Graham also admitted what worries him the most. It's Jacksonville's ability to extend plays. That's the kind of stuff that wears defenses down mentally and physically. If the pass rush doesn't land, trouble's coming. He was really clear about this. The key is getting pressure without losing containment. When he says that, it's basically a direct message to the linebackers and the D-line. Stay disciplined. No freelancing whatsoever. His tone balanced respect with urgency. He knows this matchup could define the season's turning point. If the defense contains Lawrence and Etienne, the morale boost would be absolutely massive. It's the kind of win that can reignite belief across the entire roster. And yeah, you can feel it. This team knows what's at stake here. The bye week healed bodies, but it also reset their pride. Now it's time to prove that the silver and black still commands respect. But while the defense is gearing up, things are heating up on the business side too. And the Jakobi Meyers situation just took a serious turn. Trade buzz around Jakobi Meyers has absolutely exploded again. 4 teams are showing serious interest right now, and each one has a clear motive. The Pittsburgh Steelers are first in line. Even with DK Metcalf as their lead guy, trading away Deontay Johnson left them without a reliable number 2 receiver. Their offense has been really inconsistent, and Meyers could bring that balance they need to protect their AFC North lead. The Denver Broncos are another one. Their receiver group is super young and raw. They've got promising guys like Marvin Mims, but they need a veteran like Meyers to help Bo Nix settle in and develop. Then there's the Buffalo Bills. Even with Josh Allen playing lights out right now, the passing game hasn't been the same as it could be. Adding a player like Meyers could stabilize those short routes and ease the pressure on third downs. They made a similar midseason splash last year with Amari Cooper, remember that? And finally, the New England Patriots. Talk about irony, right? Meyers started his career there, and now that Drake May is firing on all cylinders, the idea of a reunion isn't that far-fetched, especially since he already knows the system inside and out. Now here's the real question. Should the Raiders actually move him? He's reliable. He topped 1,000 yards last season. He's a safety net for Geno. But if he truly wants out, keeping him around could turn into a major locker room distraction. The fan base is completely split on this. Some people want picks and a reset. Others are saying the offense needs continuity right now. And honestly, what the front office decides here could really reveal how they view the rest of this season. Drop your take down in the comments. Would you trade Meyers or keep him through the year? Because what comes next might just blow the roof off Raider Nation. The bomb really dropped when reports started surfacing that the New England Patriots are ready to go all in for Maxx Crosby. Yes, that Maxx Crosby, the heart and soul of the silver and black. According to insiders, head coach Mike Vrabel wants to build this powerhouse defense in New England, and he sees Crosby as the missing piece. And honestly, just imagining that scenario makes your stomach drop. The Patriots are 7-2 right now, sitting at the top of the AFC East with Drake May playing like an MVP. Vrabel's turned that roster into this tough, disciplined machine, and now he wants the most relentless player in the entire league. The idea is to send multiple draft picks, maybe even a first-rounder, just to get Crosby. And all of this is happening while Vegas is sitting at 2-5, struggling to find any kind of direction and juggling these expensive contracts. Here's the tricky part though. Crosby just signed an extension through 2027, one of the biggest non-quarterback deals in the entire NFL. The insiders are saying the logic is simple, but it's cold. If the Raiders aren't competing right now, stack up those picks and rebuild. But let's be real here. Raider Nation doesn't live by logic. Maxx Crosby isn't just a player. He's the heartbeat. He's the identity. He's the warrior spirit of this team. Trading him would literally rip the soul out of that locker room. Even if New England offered a mountain of picks, some things just can't be bought. Vrabel might want him, the market might be buzzing about it, but Crosby was born to wear the silver and black. Now the question is, will the front office resist that temptation? Or are they shifting into full rebuild mode?